One sleep to go, Tiger fans, until we can see a new era begin, albeit at a match simulation level in Perth against the Eagles. But the boys will be back out on the park. We're going to see a very, very, very young lineup like we predicted for the Best 22 video the other night. So looking at the official squad that has been released, it is confirmed that Camden McIntosh will be the only player over 24 years of age travelling, which is quite remarkable in a lot of ways, given that we've got so many players out with injuries, like the ACL crew, for example. 8 new draftees, but I think only 3 of them are going. So this is really, I suppose, falling onto our second, third, and fourth year players, which is quite interesting and something that I think I'm really looking forward to, and so should everyone else. So looking at the players being sent across, we've got Jack Ross, Ryan Mansell, Ben Miller, Hugo Ralph-Smith, Jacob Kazitsky, Sammy Lawler, Thompson Dow, Jasper Alger, Samson Ryan, Camden McIntosh, James Trezise, Liam Fawcett, Thomas Sims, Tyler Sonzi, Sam Banks, Jacob Bauer, Seth Campbell, Jacob Blight, Oliver Hayes-Brown, Steely Green, Caleb Smith, and Campbell Gray. Harry Armstrong was initially named on that list, but is unfortunately now missing due to illness, which is such a shame because we were starting to hear some really good reports of him having good training sessions, really ramping up his intensity and putting his best foot forward to be a chance for early stages of the season. So to see him have to miss this game is a bit of a bummer, but hopefully he recovers and can maybe make an appearance for the Pies game. But for the players who are going over, it really does present as a really good opportunity just to see what we've got, to see what they've learned and what they're going to try and implement over this 2025 season. Results clearly don't matter. Number one, we want everyone to get through unscathed for both teams. That is the number one aim of tomorrow, undoubtedly. But number two, it's just going to be good to see some new players playing in some new positions, some players putting their best foot forward for a round one selection. And we just want to see some type of game plan or some type of ball movement pattern, just anything that was better than 2024. And I think even though the list is experiences going over, I think we're going to be able to tell pretty early, or by the end of this game, the 3 periods, whatever they're playing, I think we should have a fair indication of if they are making small steps forward. Don't expect massive change overnight, of course, but we want to see steps in the right direction. As for a couple of players that I want people to keep an eye out for, I know everyone's going to have their own players they want to see something from, but the 3 that I'm really, really keen to see and I want people to keep an eye out for is Jasper Alger. I'm claiming him. I've been all over him since he was drafted. He looks like a serious player. You don't want to go too early on these types of calls because he's only just come into the system. He's only just turned 18, but he just does not look out of place. In all of the videos that you see, he is looking very, very good. And a lot of people have said it just looks like that it's impossible for him not to make it. So he's my tip to have a really good game and to put a case forward for round one. The other players I'm looking forward to seeing is Seth Campbell, but not as a half forward. I'm hoping we see Seth Campbell, the midfielder, tomorrow. Not full-time because I guess he's going to have to play half forward at some point. But I'm hoping to see, you would love to see a good, 25, 30 minutes across the game as a midfielder, just to see what he can do there as well, which he has been training for in the match sim recently, doing really well. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. And the third player that I want to keep a really close eye on is Caleb Smith, who has, and we've said this before, he has earmarked himself to take on this halfback role from Dan Rioli. He's going to be in hot competition with James Trezise, even Luke Traynor to a lesser extent, and Caleb Smith obviously, fighting it out for that halfback spot. But again, in videos that you see, he just looks so cool and composed with the ball. And I know we haven't seen a lot of him at senior level, but I just have this feeling of trust when he has the ball in hand. And I know that's a really strange thing to say when we haven't seen a big sample size. Maybe I'll get proven wrong ultimately, who knows. But I'm looking forward to seeing him out there. He's got some serious pace and he played halfback in his underage year. So he knows what he's doing there. So I'm very, very keen to see what he does. But other than that, should be a very, very good hit out tomorrow. Can't wait to see it. Just looking forward to seeing the young Cubs out in the park. No injuries. And let's hopefully we can see a couple of glimpses here and there. But let me know in the comments below, what players are you looking forward to seeing play tomorrow? What are you hoping to get out of it? And then, we'll reconvene with a live show tomorrow night on Monday to talk through the West Coast game, the highs, the lows, hopefully a few highlights in between. So make sure you like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you know when we go live. And we'll see you all Monday night for a live show, and enjoy watching the footy tomorrow at midday from wherever you are. Until the next one, go Tigers.